Hi everyone, welcome to the CD Cave. I'm Jack Burial. Today in this episode, I'll be doing my top 10 debut albums. Um, so this should be fun. Before we get into that, if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe, like, or leave a comment down below. Um, these are all in the classic rock category. These are my own preference. Uh, there's a lot of good debut albums out there, and it was tough to decide which ones to put as a top 10, but let's get started. At my number 10, I went with Toto's debut, which is a great debut album. Had the hits All Supply to Love on this, Georgie Porgy, Hold the Line. Also had good songs. Girl Goodbye was a good song. Taking It Back, Child's Anthem. Yeah, this is a great Toto album, they would end up having a good run of good albums after this. At my number 9, I went with Guns N' Roses, Appetite for Destruction. This too is a very strong debut album. Welcome to the Jungle, Mr. Brownstone, Paradise City, My Michelle, Sweet Child of Mine, Rocket Queen. Yeah, this was a big album. Next, at my number 8, I went with Iron Maiden's debut. This too, also a great album with Dynamo on vocals here. No Bruce Dickinson yet. Prowler, Sanctuary, Remember Tomorrow, Running Free, which they still play live with Bruce Dickinson doing the vocals, of course. Phantom of the Opera is just a great song. And Charlotte the Harlot, and of course the song Iron Maiden, which also they do play live every once in a while. Yeah, this is a great debut album. Next, I went with Kiss's debut album. This is still one of their best albums in their catalog. Strutter, Nothing to Lose, Firehouse, the awesome song Cold Gin, which is also great live. Let Me Know, Kissin' Time, Deuce, Black Diamond, another great song. Yeah, this is still one of Kiss's best albums. Next, I went with Black Sabbath's debut, which was actually at the time one of the first real heavy metal albums. The title track Black Sabbath, The Wizard, NIB, which is a great song which they still perform live today, and The Wicked World. Yeah, it's still one of their best albums. Next, I went with Kansas, their debut. Also, love the artwork on this album. It's a great artwork. Can I Tell You is a great song. Lonely Wind is just a beautiful song. Really fast. And Death of Mother Nature's Sweet is also great. And The Pilgrimage. This is a great Kansas album. In the progressive rock type genre. Next, I went with Dio's debut, Holy Diver. Dio had previously played with Black Sabbath and Rainbow, and The Elves. Stand Up and Shout, Holy Diver, Gypsy, Card in the Middle, Don't Talk to Strangers, Straight to the Heart, Invisible, the big hit Rainbow in the Dark. Yeah, it's not one bad song on there. This is a great Dio album, and probably still to this day in his catalog his best album. Next, at my number 3, I went with Bad Company's debut. Also a great album. Can't Get Enough, Rock Steady, Ready for Love, Don't Let Me Down. The title track by Company is just awesome. Moving On, and the Great Seagull song. That's if you haven't heard that song, check it out on Spotify or YouTube. It's a great song. Great album by Bad Company. At my number 2, that one was Van Halen's debut. I remember when I first heard this album, it was just like, wow, the guitars were just crazy on it. It was just nuts hearing the guitars on that, and the type of rock that we're playing. It was different at the time, I found. Running with the Devil, Eruption, You Really Got Me, which is a Kinks remake, but they do it really well here. Jamie's Cry is a great song. Feel Your Love Tonight, Little Dreamer, Ice Cream Man. Yeah, this is just a great album. Still probably their best in their catalog. Before I get to my number 1, a couple of honorable mentions that could have easily made the list too, but I decided to keep them out just barely, which is Led Zeppelin's debut, which is also a great album. Heart's debut, Dreamboat Annie. And one of my favorite artists here, Can't Buy a Thrill by Steely Dan. Also another great album there. And for my number 1, should be no surprise, Boston. I remember first hearing this album at the time. I bought the vinyl and I just couldn't believe the different guitar sounds and the harmonies on this. Just, I think there was like 8 singles off this album. More Than a Feeling, Peace of Mind, Foreplay, Long Time, Rock and Roll Band, Smokin', Hitchin' a Ride, Something About You, and Let Me Take You Home Tonight. Yeah, this is just awesome. This is my number 1 debut album. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and until next time, take care of yourselves.